Chapter 5 Camp Life.
The Higashi family walked into their stall. One small light hung from the top. There was a plain army cot for each person. There was no other furniture. Down the track, there were a men's washroom and a women's washroom. Mama and Keiko went to see the women's washroom. Mama took along her teapot. She had brought along a hot plate to heat water for tea. The washroom had toilets and showers with no doors on them. "Where is the tub?" Mama asked, looking around. "There's no tub," said Keiko. "How do you use this?" Mama asked, pointing to a shower. "How can a person take a bath this way?" Keiko had used a shower at school. She would show Mama how it worked. She turned one on. The water was so hot, it left a mark on her arm. "Glad it's not cold," Keiko said. Mama filled her teapot. When she returned to the stall, she made a cup of tea. "We must go to dinner before 5 o'clock," said Papa that afternoon. "Everyone take your own dish." Mama took the dishes from her camp bag. The family headed for the mess hall. Each person got a small pile of beans and one piece of bread with no butter. Tatsu finished his dinner in no time. "I'm ready for more," he said. But that little bit of beans and bread was all the food anyone could have. "Here, take mine," said Keiko. "My stomach hurts. I'm not hungry." On the way out of the mess hall, the people had to wash their own dishes. By the next morning, they were hungry enough to eat the dishes. "I'm trying to take things as they come," Tatsu said, "but it's hard to do that in this place." "We won't be here long," Mama told him. "You just wait. The new camp will be very nice." A few days later, Mama and Keiko went to wash clothes. They got in line to wait for a wash tub. They waited and waited until each woman in front of them did her family's wash. At last it was their turn. Keiko turned on the water. Nothing came out. All the hot water had been used up. Then there was the day the army police came. They took away Mama's hot plate. They took away everyone's hot plates. Tatsu and the young men didn't like what was going on here. "You know what's happening?" Tatsu said. "Those army police are keeping our things for themselves." The young men got together in a crowd. "Dogs!" they shouted at the police. "Kill the police!" someone shouted. The young people ran about and threw things. They beat up one policeman. Soon, more police came running. They moved the crowd by swinging their guns. Some of the young men fell to the ground. The police dragged away others and beat them with their guns. Tatsu was lucky. He had stood near the edge of the crowd. He was able to run away without getting hurt. This was the first time any of the Japanese had stood up against the government. Because they did, the police kept a tight watch on them. 5 months later, word came that it was time to move to the new camp. Everyone looked forward to a better way of life. On the last day at the racetrack, they had a big party.